What would you do if your neighbor was secretly recording your disabled husband to frame him for fraud? I never thought I would be grateful for my neighbor's nosiness until the day it saved my husband from prison and exposed the biggest insurance fraud scheme our quiet suburban street had ever seen. My name is Sarah Chen. I am 31 years old, and I work as a physical therapist at the VA hospital downtown. My husband Marcus is a Purple Heart veteran who lost partial use of his left leg and suffers from chronic pain after an IED explosion in Afghanistan took out his convoy in 2018. We have been married for 6 years, and for the past 3, we have lived in a modest 2-story house on Maple Street in what we thought was a peaceful neighborhood. The house next door belongs to Carol Hendricks, a 67-year-old woman who moved in about 2 years ago. From the moment she arrived, Carol made it clear she was dealing with serious health issues. She walked with a pronounced limp, used a cane, and frequently mentioned her debilitating back injury that occurred at her previous job as an insurance adjuster in late 2019. According to Carol, she could barely lift 10 pounds without excruciating pain and was completely unable to work. I felt sorry for her at first. As someone who works with disabled patients every day, I understood how isolating and frustrating chronic pain could be. Marcus and I would often help Carol with her groceries, and I would check on her during particularly bad weather. She seemed grateful for our help and would often complain about how difficult it was to get by on her disability payments, though she mentioned receiving around $15,000 per month from various insurance claims. But something always felt off about Carol. The first red flag came about 6 months after she moved in. I was coming home from work one evening when I noticed Carol unloading what appeared to be heavy boxes from her car. She was moving quickly and efficiently, lifting items that looked far heavier than 10 pounds. When she saw me watching, she immediately grabbed her cane and began limping dramatically toward her front door. I mentioned this to Marcus that night, but he reminded me that some disabilities are invisible and that people can have good days and bad days. He was right, of course, but the incident stuck with me. Over the next year, I began noticing more inconsistencies. Carol would claim she could not drive to doctor appointments due to her condition, yet I would see her car missing for hours during the day. She told our other neighbors she was practically bedridden, but I would hear power tools and construction noise coming from her house at odd hours. When I asked about the noise, she claimed she was having work done by contractors, but I never saw any work trucks or professional vehicles in her driveway. The situation became more concerning when Carol started asking detailed questions about Marcus and his disability benefits. She would inquire about his medical appointments, his physical limitations, and how much he received monthly from the VA. Marcus receives $4,200 per month in disability compensation, which combined with my salary